Thank you, everybody. I'm Vanessa Pickering, and I manage corporate communications for IDM Mining. And I thought I'd give Rob a break because he will be doing 50 meetings and talking the rest of the week. And I'm going to talk to you about our Red Mountain Gold Project. It's located in northwestern British Columbia, just at the border of Alaska and BC, in the southern part of the Golden Triangle. This is a very high-grade, high-margin gold project. Very advanced, and let's get into it. So I'm here today with Rob McLeod. He is our president and CEO of IDM Mining. Rob is a third-generation miner from the town of Stewart, which is just where our project is located, about 10, 15 kilometers away. We also added a couple technical advisors to our board, Maurice Belanger from Atlantic Gold and Jim Gowans, formerly of Arizona Mining. And I encourage you to go look on our website and read the bios of our other members. We have a really great team that we've assembled. So where are we today? IDM Mining has about 480 million shares outstanding, and our market cap is just sub $30 million Canadian. We have a really strong institutional following. Around 50% of the shares are institutionally held, and you might recognize some of the names from around town. Ruffer, Earth Resources, Gold 2000 out of Zurich. Also, for our corporate shareholders, Osisko Gold Royalties is one of our biggest shareholders, and they own about 16 to 18%, I believe it is. And Osisko Mining also owns a little bit as well. We have coverage from two Canadian brokerage firms, Paradigm Capital and Cormark Securities, and they've been very supportive of our project and our team, and what we're trying to do with the development of the Red Mountain Gold Project. So this is the Golden Triangle. Everyone draws it a little bit different, and like I said, we're in the northwestern British Columbia. This is a very safe mining jurisdiction. As I mentioned, we're down in the southern portion, just right by Stewart, BC. And Stewart is a very mining-friendly town. They've had a lot of mines in the area. The Premier Mine, which is owned by Ascot Resources right now. And you might recognize some of the other players in the area, specifically Pretium's Brucejack project that just went into production this time last year. GT Gold, which is here at the conference, and they've been having some stellar exploration results from their project. So we're just in the southern portion. Our project is around 17,000 hectares. We're right by the highway, and we're very close to cheap BC hydropower. It's some of the cheapest in Canada at about 6 cents per kilowatt hour. So what is our vision? What would we like to do with IDM? We would like to advance this project to shovel ready in 2019, and we'd like to make cash for shareholders. We want strong free cash flow. We want to become a dividend-paying company in the future. And this is a very advanced project, and we believe that this is doable in 2019. We would like to target a 100,000 ounce per year producer, and we'd like to be in the lower cost for all-in sustaining cash costs at just less than 650 US per ounce. We will continue to expand our resources and our exploration potential, and I'll discuss that a little bit more later. And we want to provide sustainable economic benefits for all Northerners, specifically Stewart residents and the Nisga'a First Nations. And we'd like to have and we aim every day, and we have no lost time incidents at all, working in a very challenging environment at top of a mountain, lots of snow in this part of the world, and we don't shy away from it, but we aim to be extra safe in this environment. So what have we done this year? First off, when I joined the company, the team had just gone through a new geological reinterpretation, which has opened up new areas of exploration in and around our existing resources. We've also we updated our resource estimate in June of 2019. We did have a positive feasibility study done in 2017, but with the addition of almost 21% in measured and indicated resources, we have now stale dated that feasibility, and we will be updating that going forward. We have majorly de-risked this project. We just received at the beginning of October, right after the one-to-one conference in New York, if anyone was there, literally 5 minutes after our last meeting of the day, we received our permit from the BC province, and that was our environmental certificate, and that's one of the major permits, or the major steps in permitting the project. The next step is the federal environmental certificate, and closely followed with the federal certificate, we expect to have an IBA with the First Nation. The First Nation is called Nisga'a. We're just within one treated land territory, and they are neighbors and friends of ours. We've also, since 2017, we've been undertaking a lot of value engineering studies to try and optimize the mine plan here. And because, now that we have stale dated the feasibility with the updated resources, we're going to be updating this feasibility study, and I'll tell you about some of the ideas that we have going forward, to save cash costs and to really make this a great little project. And as I mentioned, we added Maurice Belanger and Jim Gowans to the technical advisory team. As we move forward in the development of Red Mountain, their help is going to be instrumental. So first up, and I'm not a geologist, so I'm not going to pretend for you, but we did this geological reinterpretation with the help of Cisco Gold Royalties and Mining, used Talisker and Exploration, I believe it is. And what they do, they brought their technical team to look at our project, and they helped us understand it a little bit better and simplify it. And so all those areas that you see are open in the red circles, those are the areas that we are currently drilling and are just outside our existing resources. Each one of those colors represents the existing mine plan resources. So this ore body is quite nice and continuous. It's up to 16 meters wide and 40 meters wide in some areas. It's not a nuggety deposit, unlike Bruce Jack, and it looks very good. It hangs together. So as I mentioned, we have three drills currently underground drilling, and we expect results within the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned for that. Also, the updated resource estimate, as you can see that most of our resources are in measured and indicated, and when we go to the feasibility study, we'll go to proven and probable. There's about 700,000 ounces at just sub 8 grams per ton gold. This is a very high-grade deposit. There's only 61,000 ounces in inferred, and we hope that the drilling that we are doing right now will convert those into the mine plan shortly. Project permitting, as I mentioned, we had the big provincial environmental certificate that we received at the beginning of October. Next up is the federal environmental certificate and an IBA with the Nisga'a. After you receive your federal permit, we can begin Mines Act permitting, which means that we can start perhaps building the road and doing some of the other early construction works on the project. So we're in an area that is, there's a lot of elevation and you get a lot of snow in this area, but it's very easy to deal with. You plow the snow and you build into your mine plan some downtime for, days that it's just too snowy and the avalanche risk is high. It's not the snow, it's the avalanche risk. So what we've done with the mine plan is we put it all down into the valley. There's an existing road bed, and we'll see what the updated feasibility says about making that mine plan smaller. So we are undertaking an updated feasibility study, and what we would like to do is look at a fixed price EPC contract to make sure that we can keep that CapEx low at around $150 million. Also in the new updated feasibility study will be the addition of the ounces we added this year. We'd like to look at lowering the cutoff grade. One of the knocks of this project is that the mine life is very small. And so we think with adding ounces, which we're doing through drilling and resource updates and lowering cutoff grade, that we can do this as well, that we can add to the mine life and make it closer to 10, which is what some of these private equity firms like to see from projects like ours. There's a couple methods that we're looking at to lower the sustaining capital of the project, and those are called long hole and haul-away method. And you can come talk to Rob about those because I'm not technical. Receding glaciers have also opened up new areas for exploration, and we are looking at those as well. And this is kind of where we are in the cycle, and I think a lot of companies here might feel the same pain that we do in permitting. Anyways, IDM, we're very, very close to being a shovel-ready project. Low permitting risk, we're very undervalued in comparison to peers. It's very high grade and low cost, and we're continuously working on enhancing the economics, and the exploration upside is unparalleled in this area. Thank you very much.